Yep.
Hi, everyone. We're almost ready to start. If you could find your seats, that would be fantastic. So thank you all for sticking it out. I hope you've been enjoying today. I certainly have. We're having a great day here, and I'm so happy it's going the way it's going. Now, I'm going to introduce Jorge Antonio Vallejos. He's of mixed race. He's also known as Black Coffee Poet. He's a Toronto-based poet, essayist, and journalist. His writing has appeared in the Kenyan Review, Decant, Crave It, Color Lines, Racialicious.com, and other publications. He's a creator of and lead writer and vlogger at blackcoffeepoet.com and the Black Coffee Poet YouTube channel. And followers can subscribe to both for free. He wants you to know. Jorge loves books, boxing, mixed martial arts, spicy food, traveling, and meeting new readers and writers. You can contact Jorge at blackcoffeepoet@gmail.com. Thank you.
Thank you for having me here today. This is not a regular reading for me, it's a special reading because this poem was actually commissioned by SPINLAW, and it's written specifically for you. That's the first time that I've ever done that. So I'm really honored, and I've really appreciated the experience. I have to tell you that there is, I'm going to give you a trigger warning because the poem does deal with the Charter of Rights and Freedom, so stuff might come up in the poem that might trigger you. So just keep that in mind, please. Anyways, so let's respect the time that we share here together, and please respect me as a poet and the poem I've written for you. So please don't be texting or looking at your laptop or anything like that. Just be present and enjoy and experience the poem that was commissioned and has been written for you. It's called Dear SPINLAW, Spreading the Roots and Reach of the Living Tree. I come before you with humility, youth, and vibrancy. My bark is dark, yet I am still green with just 30 years of dipping my roots in the ground. I have relatives who are hundreds of years older than I, who have seen more than I, who know more than I. Still, I have some things to share, having many stand by me, against me, under me, with me. The brown man I speak through has shared his life through prayer, stillness, and reverence. His touch has opened a view to his soul. I see the bruise on the lining of his gut from his mother reading him a letter about her position stolen from her, given to a younger white woman. What's an immigrant woman of color and her 11-year-old boy to do but suck it up? I see the 13 tears on his lungs from holding his screams in when female friends told him they'd been raped. One laceration for each of them, no repercussions for their attackers. Who wants to face a defaming cop, judge, and jury? I see 800 punctures in his heart for every Aboriginal woman in Canada who's gone missing or been murdered. A white girl killed becomes a national tragedy. Aboriginal women aren't even an afterthought. I see the fingerprints on his testicles. All those illegal searches by those meant to serve and protect were sexual assaults. I see beyond this brown man. I see all colors, genders, sexualities. I hear them talk, think, be. Some sleep under me because they have no home. Some meet for sex under my shade and cover because society labels them freaks. Some find solace on my limbs because I'm the only one they can turn to after fleeing an abusive partner, relative, caseworker, client, cop. I see and hear problems. I see and hear protest. I see and hear power of peoples. Tobacco honored me during National Aboriginal Day of Action. Love medicated me when people fought ODSP cuts around me. My branches turned up in joy when peoples marched by me for marijuana. My leaves dropped at vigils for Native women, sex workers, trans peoples, homeless folks, Tamils, Iraqis, Palestinians. Too many leaves, too many loved ones, too many lives. My branches point in the 4 directions for I don't know more. My branches point east for the survivors of the Nova Scotia Home for Colored Children. My branches point north to Attawapiskat and the 8 reserves around it that no one mentions. My branches point south to the racist border that scars Turtle Island. My branches point west to the oil sands, Highway of Tears, the downtown east side. My branches point toward you. Grab me, hold me, mold me. Some say I am brittle. Some say I am withered. Some say I will never stand tall. Remember, I've helped realize same-sex marriages, accountabilize the cops for Jean Doe's rape, neutralize bathrooms for all genders, visibilize federal websites for the blind, equalize pay for peoples with disabilities, contextualize whose land this really is. The seed that birthed me is still within. I can grow more branches, renew my leaves, dig my roots deeper, spread my reach, attain new heights. Think of where we can be in 30 more years. We can decriminalize sex work. We can see trans peoples employed outside of LGBT centers. We can help ensure equal education for Aboriginal children. We can transform prisons into schools, factories, and real housing. I call on you to work me, work with me. I am here for you, I am here for us. In action, love, and unity. Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you to SPINLAW. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We were thrilled to have Black Coffee Poet write a poem just for SPINLAW on behalf of the Living Tree. I'm going to introduce Dean Sawson now, who's been a big advocate in support of SPINLAW, and he's going to give the closing remarks, after which we'll go to the reception in the JCR, which is the room to the right of this one, the big one, where we'll have a reception for the McMurtry Fellows and SPINLAW. Thank you.
That was provocative and a wonderful way to cap off what's been a very provocative day, and provocative in the best sense of the word, taking people who already think about these issues and giving us something new to reflect on, and remembering the different ways we can express the things that we're passionate about. And sometimes that's in critical legal commentary, and sometimes it's in great poetry and spoken word art, and sometimes it's going to be visual. And the tree metaphor has been such a rich wellspring, if that's not a mixture of metaphors, that we've drawn on throughout the day. And there's no major remarks coming by way of closing this beyond the invitation that I hope you'll take me up on and the organizers up on, to stay for a few minutes at the reception, which very much is for all the conference goers. And again, we'll celebrate Raj Anand and Joe Arve and Faye Faraday, who are our McMurtry visiting clinical fellowship holders. And it's a mouthful, but as those of you who've been here today and have heard them will know, it's really just about wanting to recognize the tremendous contributions they've been making here. But all the speakers, all the participants, everyone who asked a question and who will take the ideas from here forward, all deserve the thanks, and especially, of course, the organizers. But I'll call them out when we're next door and everyone has a beverage of some kind in hand. And I know it takes a tremendous amount to put on these kinds of days, especially when it's on a weekend at this time of year. So everyone deserves to relax a bit and keep all the other things in life at bay just a little while longer. So let's have a round of applause again for the poet of the moment, and thanks again for letting us share in your vision, and let's continue talking about it next door. And if anyone doesn't know what next door means, it's like next door, the junior common room, so we'll see you there in a minute.